Now the winds tonight were extremely strong. We know that. Strong enough though to blow a roof off of a house, and this is the worst damage that I've seen so far this evening. So we're going to send it over to Katrina Nickel in southeast Louisville. Katrina, what are you seeing tonight?
Well, Hannah, I would completely agree. I mean, this is the worst damage we saw from when we were driving down here. So we're off of Old Bardstown Road, also near the Gene Snyder. I'm going to step out of the way. It's dark, so it's going to be a little hard for you guys to see what happened here. But you can tell that there is a roof of a house that completely blew off. And if you can tell, what's damaged to the left of the house is what was a garage. Now, the house next door here from the front looks totally fine. But the owner of the other house did tell us that the back of that house is also completely destroyed. I spoke with the owner of this house not too long ago, and he was telling me everybody's okay. So if there's some good news out of all of it, everyone that lives in this house is okay. There's a lot of neighbors out here helping do some cleanup and just kind of assess more of that damage. Unfortunately, the family does have 2 cats, and one of that cats is missing. So if anyone lives in this area, he said that they like to, a little bell, little jingle might help them find it. He said when one of those gusts of winds came over, the cat just went running. They were sheltered in the basement. The family is at a neighbor's house, but the whole neighborhood, I mean, driving in right near the entrance of the subdivision, there was a massive tree down that made it hard to get through the road. But there's a lot of neighbors out here kind of helping. And if you can see, Jonathan, if we can take it to the right a little bit, our photojournalist Jonathan is here with me. And if you can tell where those flashing lights are, that's where the roof is, or most of the roof of what's left. You can tell there's insulation, there's shingles, all sorts of things. So it's going to be a long night for these people. They've got it cut out for them, definitely. But again, luckily everybody is safe. So what we're going to do is, I know we've got other crews out here on site, so we're going to send it over to Breon. Breon is also in southern Jefferson County, only 3 miles away from where we are. For now, Katrina Nickel, WDRB News.
Katrina, very good. I'm glad that there are people that are safe out there. We're here on Beulah Church Road, where people are also safe following a tree almost hitting their dining room area at this house here, again off of Beulah Church Road, only inches away from what could have been totally catastrophic. Now, Darius, if you just pan to show the viewers just how massive this tree is. The husband here heard the cracks, says he told his wife to hurry and get to the bathroom. That's when they heard the tree finally snap and just fall. This tree has been with them for a long time. They told us about 4 decades, but losing this tree does not compare to losing lives. So they would rather lose this tree than lose their home. Now, Joel Skipper is on Long Home Road, and there are some down power lines. Joel, what can you tell us?
Brian, thanks. We're about 1.5 miles south of the Gene Snyder along Long Home Road in the Fern Creek area. And as we've been coming down here along Bardstown Road, we have seen many snapped power poles. I talked to an LG&E worker who said there's about 12 to 15 power poles like the one that you can see behind me. The rain has picked up a little bit, so it might be difficult to see. But Greg, if you want to pan down here, you can see that the power line, one of the several power lines here in Fern Creek is down. There is an assisted living facility right back here. If you look way in the back, you can see some emergency units. From what we've been told by relatives who have family members inside of that assisted living center, everyone in there is okay. There's some wood right here, some debris from possibly a blown off roof. But one thing that's really picked up real quickly behind me is you can see all the emergency crews. There's probably 7 or 8 emergency crews who have showed up in the last few minutes. MSD showed up with a super generator is what it said on the side. So this is really one of the hotbeds of where that observed tornado came through in this area. Of course, we're going to continue to follow this story on air and on all of our social media pages and on our website at WDRB.com. We'll toss it back to the Fallon and Gill and Hayden in the studio. Back to you guys.
Joel, thank you. And thank you to the dozens of WDRB viewers who sent us videos and pictures tonight. You kind of become part of our storm team in these major weather events. This video, in fact, came from Haley Marie McCarville in Brandenburg. You see a large tree completely on its side, and it appears to have caused some damage to the front of a porch. It's also down on a car there. And these pictures also came from the Brandenburg area from Skylar Manny. It shows multiple trees that have been uprooted and are down in the street.
And these photos out of Mount Washington show an ominous sky. They were sent in by Tammy Parton and Haley Washington. Now take a look at this. More storm damage out of Valley Station. This picture was sent to us by Miranda Presley, showing what appears to be a backyard tree just completely snapped in half there.
An unsettling video was sent to us from a moving car on the Gene Snyder near Bardstown Road. That's the same area that our live reporters were in just a few minutes ago. It was sent to us by Carrie and Dalton Reed, and wow, just look at the sky there. Please continue to send us your videos and pictures by email or through social media.
A lot of our viewers may be dealing with power outages right now, watching us on their phones or something like that. Right now, over 19,000 people are without power in the Louisville area, according to LG&E. You can see some of the clusters there where that power really seems to be knocked out is kind of lining up with where we are seeing a lot of that damage. You can see that cluster right there, about 2,000 people without power. As we continue to move over, another cluster there. You know, going up more into the eastern part of the county there, you can see that a lot of people are still without power tonight. When you have storms of this magnitude, winds this strong, this is kind of par for the course. And as Joel told us, there are some LG&E crews already out working hard to restore that power across the county. And don't forget, you can always stay up to date on weather conditions no matter where you are. You can check our watches, our warnings, or even just take a look at the radar for yourself. Just download the WDRB weather and traffic apps on the App Store or Google Play.